Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you all are in a good condition. Okay, well everyone, in this video I'm going to present my interpretation of language attitude based on research that I have done after collecting data through the questionnaire methods whose sample or research participants were 12 junior high school students in Lampung. But before I start my video, let me introduce about myself. My name is Denisya Maharani with student number 211304211. Okay, so without any further ado, let's move to the presentation. Okay, maybe I will try to share screen to show you the data analysis. Okay, here. As you can see on the screen that this is the result of the data analysis regarding a language attitudes toward English, Indonesian, and also ethnic language. And maybe first I will try to interpret the results of all this data, but maybe in the further discussion in this video, I will only focus on English. And as you can see on this screen that the language attitude shown by junior high school students toward English is mostly shows positive result, especially in the cognitive result, a cognitive aspect or component. However, although most of them show positive results, we can see that in the affective and also in the behavior aspect, they show a lower result compared with cognitive aspect. And in contrast with English, in the language attitude toward Indonesian language shown by 12 junior high school students show positive and more equal results in the cognitive, affective, or in the behavior aspects. This means that the students are more familiar or feel attached to the English, or I'm sorry, attached to the Indonesian more compared to the other languages. And for the language attitude toward ethnic language, uh, I'm sorry, here, you can see that they are show positive attitude in the cognitive, affective, or in the behavior aspect. And based on the research that have been done, it can be concluded that non-English junior high school students show that their attitude tend to be positive. And in the cognitive aspect, some respondents agree that English is considered as an important language because English is an international language that has a good impact in the future. And effectively, they also have pride in learning English. They are feel comfortable and enjoy to learn English. But in the behavioral aspect, although most respondents show positive attitude, but this aspect show the lowest result compared to the other aspect. This means that the students tend to have negative feelings or fear regarding classroom instruction in the learning experience. And the main causes may be the students' lack of English foundation background, a lack of confidence to use English because they are afraid to make a mistake and shy feelings. And as we know that a student's language attitude is one of the important things to be successful in the language learning process. However, there are some students who shows negative attitude toward English, so it makes the students it's more difficult to learn English. So how we as a teacher, as a visual teacher, try to enhance the students' language attitude aspect? So if I become a teacher, I will try to use some strategies or treatment to increase the students' language attitude. I'm sorry. The first, I will try to explain my plan treatment to boost the students' cognitive aspect toward English. As we know that a cognitive aspect component related to the knowledge and ideas that are used in the process of thinking. So to improve the students' cognitive aspect, if I become a teacher, I will prepare learning media, learning method, and learning activities that can improve the students' cognitive abilities. And the first treatment that I will do is applying communicative learning. By using this method, it will emphasize its interactions. Therefore, this method will improve the cognitive aspect of the students because the students will practice using language in the real situation or in the real context. Besides that, the students are also required to think critically so that it can improve the students' cognitive abilities. And the second or the other treatment is that I will use to create and second is I'm sorry and second is I will try to use learning activities that can trigger students' cognitive abilities. For example, by doing group assignment or group discussion. I think that by doing group discussions, the students not only try to solve the problem together, but also they are able to ask, answer, and also give response to the question raised by other group or raised by the teacher. And the third treatment that I will use is by providing English practice in the form of high order thinking skills or HALS questions. I think that by using these questions, the students will be able and practice to solve problems creatively and critically. And the next, after we discussing about cognitive aspect, we will jump to the affective aspect. Affective aspect is related to the student's emotional feelings or concern, the matter of judgment, like or dislike about something. And if the students show positive result in affective aspect, it means that the students is enthusiastic and have a strong desire to acquire language. And as we can see on the screen that although the affective aspect show a positive result, it has the lower percentage compared with other aspects, especially with cognitive aspect. And to improve it, I am as a teacher, I will make a students happy to learn English so that they can uh, like to like to learn English. So the first treatment that I do to improve the students' affective component is by creating friendly environment in class. For example, I will try to create some simple warming up activities to fascinate the students. For example, playing game, singing, or watching short video or movies related to the content of the new units and doing crossword or puzzles. And the second is I will giving feedback for the students. In my point of view, feedback have important roles in increasing a student's interest in learning process. The teacher should correct the students if they make a mistake and give a compliment when the students did a good job in their task. And I think that the right feedback will lead to the right relationship. And the last treatment for cognitive aspect is chatting with the students. So during and after each lesson, students should be given questions to check how much knowledge they have received. And as a teacher, we should know whether they should enjoy the lesson or not through observing their attitude and listening to their opinion. And I think that's all for the affective component. And the last component or the last language attitude component is behavior component. And to boost the behavior aspect or component, there are some ways that or strategies that I will use. The first one, I am as a teacher, I will try to make a supportive classroom environment and maintain a high degree of motivation to learn. For example, by using or by giving reward. I think that by using this method, it can boost the students' motivation to learn English. And the second is that using challenging yet achievable tasks that are relevant to the learners and implementing multiple teaching styles. And the last is that I will using specific activities for helping students become more self-directed, include the use of class discussion, reflective journals, graphic organizer, and personal portfolios. I think that's all that I can explain to you about my interpretation about the data analysis that I've been analyzed and about how my strategies and my treatment to boost the behavior aspect, cognitive aspect, and also the affective aspect in language attitude toward English. I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.